I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a
Oh my god! That's Vi? Oh my god, it's the Sister Brawl!
I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else than your machine.
Right. Hold on a second, guys. We are doing the thing. Right then, guys. Hello. How are we all? Hope everybody's doing well. Okay. Right, no intro today, guys, because I've just spent the last 30-something minutes trying to get this all working, and it's just been a real pain in the ass. Yeah, okay. So yes, we are just not going to talk about it. We're just going to carry on. How are you guys doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to the channel. Today, guys, I finally managed to get my PS4 and my Elgato and my PC all talking to each other. And we're finally all on the same page. So, we're going to continue. A lot of you probably don't remember. A while ago, I started. In fact, how long ago? So roughly around October time of last year, we started a platinum trophy grind because I've actually, as surprisingly enough, as many of you know, that this is like my most favourite ever game in the world of history of gaming. I've never actually hit the platinum trophy on this just because I can never be bothered to do the things that need to be done for it. So I started back in October a long grind to have a go at trying to hit the platinum trophy. And share it with you guys, share that journey with you. And since then, we've had some issues with PlayStation. So things are working where they are needed to be. You also might notice, I believe I've changed the name. I feel that this was a better way. It just sounded better in my head. It just looked better. So, yeah. Okay, that's all good. I have to just... because it's been a while since I've done this as well. So I'm just... 3 brother illusions, nice. And the blinding Kate Sith, which is just... yeah, okay. Completely useless for Lulu, but there you go. So yes, you may, if you're watching this on YouTube, which of course the series will be on YouTube, it'll have individual videos, so these videos won't be in the stream archives. They'll be in their own full long playlist. And they'll also have like little cut down videos of achievements and things like that and trophies and stuff that we'll be going through. Thank you. But yeah, if you do watch the original one and then come to this, you'll see that the room is completely different that I'm in, because we've moved the room around, and that's how long it's been. Oh, you're the one that's just like, I won't cry. It's like, okay, thanks. But give me stoof. I want the stoof. Give me stuff, kid. Thank you. Are you going to give me stuff? I believe there's 2 that don't give you anything. Yeah, okay. I think... okay, let me just double check. I can't remember if I got this or not. Just have to sort of refresh it in my head as well. Everyone's on the boat ready to go, and we're just like, hold on a second, I'm just going to go for a dip. So, coming around here, when the camera decides it finally wants to change. We did not. Okay, so that is obviously an item. This is not a spoiler-free run. If anybody genuinely hasn't watched this, hasn't played or seen this game before, I apologize. This is not going to be a spoiler-free run. But, yeah, hopefully you can live with that. So that is obviously an item for Yuna's legendary weapon, the Nirvana. But we're going to get it later on because it's going to just help editing a little bit. I can keep things a little bit together, and I am going to like find minute little clips in between videos here and there. Yuna got a Seeker's Ring to give her more health, because why not? And then we're good to go. So this one's going to be a little bit of a grindy sort of thing. I'm not going to do it too long. Anyone that has watched me play this, you know, in the 4 or 5 times that I've played it before, knows that... hang on. So I'm really thirsty because I've been trying to like get my PlayStation working and plug it all in and rewire it all into like my Elgato and then back into my PC. I've had to be like under the desk and it's just been it's been a hassle. But not the same. Yeah, so if you've watched me play this before, you'll know that I do like a little bit of there's a thing here on this boat that you can do to kind of give yourself a little bit of a boost in early levels. I normally do it in a long time, and I have actually recently got my PC version of Final Fantasy X working, and I was tempted to do a save file onto that to the same point where I'm at now and carry it on, but then I realised that it wouldn't actually give me a platinum trophy at the end because the Steam achievements, whilst I could go for 100% achievements, the Steam achievements are actually Final Fantasy X and X-2 together, whereas I believe the PS2 version does actually give you just... Does it give you just? I don't know, actually. It might not give you just the Final Fantasy X version. I don't know, but we'll have to see. We'll find out. But in the meantime, we're just going to go with it and we're going to roll with it. We will know if we've got the Platinum Trophy. If we've hit every achievement and it hasn't given it to us, we will know in ourselves that we've earned it because we've done the things that needed to be done. Okay? Is that a deal? Deal between us? Sounds good. Sounds good. So yes, so I've been watching loads of Final Fantasy X content recently, and that's what's kind of made me want to get back into this and really start pushing to try and get this thing working again. Because it's just been a hassle. You know, it took me so long to realise that what was happening in the binoculars there is he's obviously just done that and just thrown it. It took me ages to realise what was going on there. It's quite funny. But yeah. Okay, what we'll do, we'll get this scene going first. We'll get it ready to go. And then we'll move on from that point. Lord Braska's daughter. It is indeed.
Lord Braska's daughter?
I'm like, who the hell is that? I don't know. And Wakka.
So, is Yuna's father famous or something?
She's the daughter of High Summoner Braska. You saw his statue at the temple.
We did indeed. A long time ago that was now for us, but we did see that.
Yuna's the heir to a great legacy.
Cool. Anyhow,
it's tough
when your father's famous.
Wakka's a bit lacking in
No
the
idea.
imagination department.
Huh?
Thanks, Lulu. I'll keep that in mind.
How much hair gel does Wakka go through to get his head to stand up like that? Right, which boat is it now? Which boat is it? I can't remember. It's not this one. Okay. On the second boat, there is an Albed Primer in there, but there's not in this one. This one's down below. So, oh yes, a Wakka.
Clothes you're wearing.
Fascinating clothes you're wearing. Lovely.
Yeah, filthy. These won't sell. All me names.
Not looking to sell them, so that's okay.
Don't look like you got much money either.
That's rude.
I've no business with you. Out of me way.
Who do you think you
Kind of
are?
rude.
Awaka the 23rd. Merchant extraordinaire.
Extraordinary.
Wakka the who?
Don't know me? Well, not many do. Not yet.
So, Wakka becomes quite important later on in the story. I say Wakka does. Wakka and his brother do.
But
Because
someday the name of Waka will be
he,
spoken all over Spear. Say, lad, you wouldn't have a bit of gil.
he's going to ask you for some money, and a lot of people will be like, no, I don't want to give you my hard-earned gil. I'm going to give him realistically everything I have.
I guess it pays to ask. Thank you.
It does
kindly,
pay to ask,
lad.
Wakka. It does pay to
Fine
ask.
seed, man.
Him and his brother become important later on. He does provide us with weapons and armor and things later on. And so the reason why, if you've watched us on YouTube, you'll know, or if you've watched this as a series on YouTube, you'll know. If you haven't and you're sort of following along with me, we did, when we were back in Besaid, sell all of our potions because here we can kick this suitcase for 20 of them. So we just had to sit here and kick this thing for a while. So yeah, he becomes quite important later on because him and his brother, or his brother, sells us Well, he sells weapons ammo that are decent halfway through the story, but you don't necessarily need it as much. But later on, his brother sells you weapons and armor of 4 free slots of each. And obviously, when we can customize armor and weapons, that is really good because we want to be able to have free slots on stuff. 4 free slots is great. We can create any kind of weapons and armor we would like. So it works out really well for us. So yeah, so we are going to give him... If you give him... It's between now and... I think it's Mi'ihen High Road. I'm not sure. It might be the next time after that, but I can't remember exactly. But there's a point where you have to give him... Are we done? Yeah, we're done. Okay. So now we have... If we just have a quick... We now have 20 potions. Let's sort that out a little bit. Yeah, so that then becomes that power room. So it means that... What am I saying? Yes, so if you give him X amount of money, if you give him 10,001 gil or more by whatever time it is, I think it's either Luca or it's Mi'ihen High Road, I can't remember exactly what it is. I end up giving it to him way before that anyway, so it makes no difference.
Like it says on the door?
Yeah, but why the big birds?
Then he'll give you discounts on your armor, and I'm fairly sure that transitions over to when
Chocobos.
Wants takes
Those are
over as well.
chocobos?
Anyone that does actually know that. I actually haven't checked. To be fair, I never get through the end of the game without giving him the money, so I never know actually what they actually are. So I've never actually compared myself, but I believe it does give you the discount and the...
Miracles and
And
oddities
whilst,
were
okay, at
starting
the
to
end of the game,
become
it doesn't
daily
really
routine
matter
at this
because you've got
strip.
plenty of ways of making money. It's just if you can save money, you know. It's a little bit of extra grind. So yes, Abed Primer here, guys. It's kind of difficult to see in the bottom corner, but it is just there. Number 3, which... Let me just make sure. Yes, we are 1, 2, and 3 so far. 23 more to go. And that'll be another trophy, I believe, because you can then get the... I need to look at the achievements, don't I, realistically? What are all the achievements? PSN, FF10, trophies. Why has it done that? Why have you done that? There we go. So yeah, there is a can't for the life of me find what it's called now. Master Linguist, which is to find all 26. So so we will save here, just so we haven't got to do all of that again. Yeah, I went with this name as well because I had to redo my save file because when I had the save file on there, and then I was doing some just random offline playing of stuff, and silly me, I wiped over my file, so I had to then re-get back to that point for the videos and for the streams, hence why we've been able to change the name. But yeah, okay. So this is kind of our early leveling strat then. Helps me get a little bit of a jump start on my levels that I need. Once we get through this cutscene, of course. But yes, lots of trophies to get, lots of things to get. Some of these are actually quite amazing how many people haven't got them. Like,
The wind. It's nice.
16.32% people have only 16% of people have got theatre enthusiasts, which is to buy every sphere at Luca, which is a simple one. You just get loads of money and just buy it all. You don't need to watch them all. You just need to buy them all. A lot of them. Lightning Dancer is kind of an obvious one. That's a pain. I've been playing this on my Switch as well, just because why not? And I'm on real endgame stuff on my Switch, and for some reason, I don't know if it's been patched or anything or changed
From
on the
Zanarkand, right?
patch. Do you patch a single player game? I don't know. I don't know if it's been changed on the Switch version, but the normal trick that I do to
Waka doesn't believe
do the
me at
lightning
all.
dodges doesn't seem to work, so it's a little bit awkward.
But I believe you.
That makes me feel nice. 11.11% have only got
I've heard in Zanarkand
Sphere Master.
there is a great stadium.
11.11, that's nice.
Even at night.
Huh?
Great blitzball tournaments are held there. And the stands are always
And the thing is,
full.
like, the Eternal
How do you
Calm
know
one,
that?
I think you can do that
A
straight at the
man
start,
named
but
Jet told
I
me.
haven't. I don't do
He
it
was
that
my
way.
father's
I like to do
guardian.
it at the end. I like to feel like I've earned it, you know? Get 5 treasure chests during the Chocobo race at Remium Temple and win the race. It's a difficult one. But you don't need to be getting that with a perfect race. A lot of people think you have to do it with getting a perfect race and not hitting any poles, but you don't. So you can actually do that without doing that.
You know, our meeting like this must be
Learn
the
all any abilities.
blessing
Again,
of
that should be a
Yevon.
simple one because you can just get it all from a mega weapon.
Sounds like him, but it can't be him.
Obtain all celestial weapons, obviously, if you're not going to
Why
get.
not?
More people.
My oh
More
man,
people have got obtain all celestial weapons than have got
10 years ago, off the coast of Xanarkand.
Lightning Dancer.
I'm sorry.
How's that work?
He went out to sea for training one day.
Does that
Never came
mathematically does that even work?
back, and no one's seen
Can you
him
actually
since
have
then.
more? Is my camera off centered? I feel like I'm
that's the
on a
day
slant.
That Jekt came to Spira.
But
Is that better?
It's true. I first
Yeah, I
met
thought I was on a
Jekt
bit of a
10
slant
years
there.
and 3 months ago.
Weird.
I remember that was the day. My
Yeah,
father
can you
left.
mathematically have? Because to get all
Jake
celestial weapons, you have to
doesn't it?
do the Lightning Dancer trophy as it is anyway. So how could you possibly have less
but
people that have done
how did
that?
he get here?
Because surely everyone that's done that,
You're here,
sure,
are you not?
that's confused the life out of me. Surely, oh, hang on, actually, am I looking at the wrong thing? I am looking at the wrong thing. 15 point, and then where was it? No, it's still more. It's confused the life out of me, that has. Because surely every person that's got the obtain all celestial weapons has to have done the Lightning Dancer quest, the Lightning Dancer trophy of dodging 200 lightning bolts. So surely you cannot have, you can have it where less people have got, because you've still got to do like the Chocobo race, you've still got to do the butterfly catching. There are still lots of hard quests that you might not get the other celestial weapons. But surely everyone that's got, surely it should at least be the same number of players that have got. I don't understand how that's even worked. How is that even possible? I don't get that. I don't understand how. My brain is not doing maths right now, but I don't understand how that's even possible. Is that surely can't work? Surely.
What do you think you're
I
doing?
don't know.
Stick a harpoon in him and we'll all get dragged under.
Zin is going for Kilika. We gotta distract it.
I don't know, but that doesn't feel like it works. I feel like there's something wrong there. I feel like if you're going to have the obtaining all celestial weapons, you have to have the Lightning Dancer, the Lightning Dodge trophy. You can't surely have less people that have done that than have done the celestial weapon quest, unless you've hacked the game or something. But even then, I don't know. Can you custom? If you customize one, does it count? That surely doesn't count, does it? Because you can customize the exact same things on there. But surely that doesn't count. If I didn't want to not waste my time getting Dark Matters, then I would genuinely try that. But I really don't. I don't want to. It takes so many Dark Matters. You got to get break damage limit, and honestly, I'd rather save that for getting a decent weapon for like Tidus or Riku to get a magic weapon for later on. But I just don't understand how that works. I really don't. Moving on from that. Anyway, guys. So this is where we're going to do a bit of leveling. We're not going to stay here for very long. But what we do, and this is why we needed a specific point on the sphere grid for Tidus. He had to be, because you can obviously do the technique with haste, but he had to be on haste to be able to get the extra magic or the extra MP to be able to cast it enough times. Or was it the extra damage? I think it's the extra strength. I think you need the extra strength so that he can one-shot these. I think that's how it is. It requires a little setup, but once it's done, it is literally just simple and easy to do. So, you haste everybody. Right, and then... So what you see here now they've taken out all 3, you'd go, okay, cool. We can now just go and work up attacking the sin scale. And it pops up another 3. This is for anyone that hasn't played the game. This is a way you can do it. Or maybe you have played the game and don't think about this. Finding at a distance, regular sword attacks cannot hit targets at a distance such as Sin's Fin attacks that attack these enemies using magic or Wakka's Blitzball attack. So you can obviously attack the Sin like that. So that's what its space is telling you to do. However, we can use this to our advantage. In that, if you haste everybody and then cheer, I believe 3 is enough, but I intend to do 4 just to be on the safe side. Wakka, I think, is the telling point, I believe. I can't remember if it is or not. Because cheer only stacks up to a maximum of 5 times. Nice overkill. So cheer increasing our strength and defense by a percentage. And each one stacks up with each other. Still not quite enough. Wakka needs to be able to hit consistently over 200, so at least 1 more. We can do it like this. Let's see what Wakka's doing now. Kimahri does it, no problem. Well, might as well just do the extra cheer anyway. That's 5. That's the maximum number of stacks of cheer that we can get. So now, if we can still do cheer, but it doesn't do anything more for us. Overkill doesn't really help us, but if you half that, it's roughly about 200-ish, so it should be fine. So now, I believe we're all set up. Overkills are great, by the way. So yeah, now we're all set up, and this is how you level in the early game, or how you can level if you want to. You don't have to do this. It does kind of take away from a little bit of the game, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, as you can see, now everybody can now one-shot these things before they get a turn. Because you're all in haste, you're guaranteed to get 3 turns before they do. Because everybody can one-shot these things, we can just cycle this over and over again, essentially forever. Yeah, it's kind of pointless to do that, but you know, it's an option you can do. But I think, in fact, the only reason I'm doing this, by the way, guys, is that I was asked to put the grinding and stuff in there. So normally I'd cut this bit out and I'd have done this off stream. What I'd have done is ended the stream now. I'd have ended my first stream now, and then I'd have just carried on for like an hour or 2 hours or whatever. I'm not going to do I've done this for hours and hours before. The more you do, the more levels you get, obviously. The more overkills you get, the more levels you get, because overkills give you an extra 50% AP. And because these give you 1, each one of these, and this is why this leveling works, by the way, the theory behind it. Each one of these does count as a single enemy, so you're technically killing all these enemies. Therefore, you're getting 1 AP there, 1 AP there, 2 AP there, because it's 1.5 times, and it goes to 1.5 AP, which then rounds up to 2. So overkills are great because it just gives you more AP. But that was 3.5 AP there, or 4 AP, if you want to be actual, you know. It's another 4 there. And all of this just adds up, and it stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks to give you loads and loads of levels. The longer you do it, the more levels you get. And as you can see, they're not getting a hit in, so we're not going to lose. If you don't have... I think if you don't have the strength fit activated for Tidus, he cannot one-shot these with 5 cheers. I believe. Either that or he hasn't got enough mana to do it. I can't remember which one it is. There's a way that it works that you have to get on to cheer to be able to do this. I can't remember what it is. Which is why you need that extra last level. So yeah, as you can see, they're not getting the turn in, so you can just sit here. Like, I've done this before where I've just sat here, got to this point, so you go, yeah, you're set up, and then you can literally just sit here like this. You can put a film on Netflix or something, and you can just sit here like this. Like, you can turn your monitor off and just sit there and just go. Just keep going, because obviously you'll have no screen. You can just sit here. And just keep going. If you have a turbo controller, you can activate turbo and just put something to like hold down the X button and have a turbo controller do it that way. And at that point, you literally just sit there and just do whatever you want. You know, you can go off, you can go to sleep, because it never breaks. It's not like, oh well, they might get a turn. Like, they never will. They will never get a turn in. I've done this, I think, for 6 hours before, and they've never hit a turn. It's also an opportunity if you want to have I set this? I can't remember if I've set his overdrive mode properly. I can't remember. I'll have to check. If you've set Tidus as overdrive, because by this point, by the time you get to that level, Tidus should have learned either the Slayer or the Warrior overdrive mode. One of the two. You should have learned one of them. Yes, I have. Okay, so we've got Slayer. So you can do that, and now Tidus, every time he kills one, is going to get overdrive back. You can now use this as a way to get Tidus' overdrives, because Tidus' overdrives are unlocked by successful uses of his overdrive. So the more he uses it, the more he gets, or the closer he gets to the next one. I think it's like you have to use it 10 times for Slice and Dice, 30 times for Energy Rain, and I think 70 times for Blitz Ace. Not 100% sure, but I normally would do this to at least Energy Rain. Or I don't normally do it for Energy Rain, but it normally just... The amount of time that I do it, normally it just naturals me into Energy Rain. So that can work pretty well. But yeah, and this is just the leveling strat, guys. So we'll sit here for a little while, just have a bit of a chat and whatnot, and do what we got to do. But we'll do this for a little while and just give ourselves a bit of a head start on the leveling. What I might do, I don't know, you tell me what you think, guys. What I might do is do this for a little bit of time and see how we get on, and if I'm not satisfied, I'll save into a different slot, go back off stream and do it as a bit of a longer time. Although I don't actually need it, to be fair. I don't really. It's one of those, like, this is just a testament to how lazy I am, because the longer I do this... Oh, okay, nearly missed that one. I said I was a second and a half to do it, so I had loads of attempts. But yeah, the longer you do it, the easier essentially the game becomes, because you're further ahead than you should be, if that makes sense. So, fights that are sort of, I don't know what you'd call, like, tactical fights that require you to think about it and use your skills, use your items, use this, use it, whatever it may be. Fights that are like that don't really require that anymore, because you're so powerful. I normally do this to a point where, because I've got two main, well, you have three, realistically you have three leveling, 3 points that you need to realistically level it, or you can really spam level in this game. This is one of them. You have the high bridge, which is a really great place to train. If you set yourself up properly, set yourself up right for it, you can really get some really good leveling up on the high bridge. Kimahri misses out on that one, sadly, but you can get some really good levels on the high bridge, and then the final one is just the end game leveling in the monster arena. So those are kind of your three, and realistically all you have to do is get strong enough to get yourself to that next level. Like, in between now and then, like, we'll obviously earn levels in between now and then, but it's not necessary. Like, those, you don't need to sit there and level and level and level for ages, do you know what I mean? There's one other place that I do a bit of extra leveling, and that's the Mi'ihen High Road, but I may not this time, just because I might see how it goes without it, to be fair, and just see what happens without it. 2,295 damage. Nice. So yeah, I've actually seen a video of somebody, I can't remember who it is, whoever it is, props to you. It's on YouTube, go and check it out if you want to. There's a guy who's just power leveled his way on Besaid Island, got himself like stupidly strong on Besaid before even this point, to the point where like Tidus can one-shot Flans, which you can't do for a long time. Like, as you go through the game, when you get to like end game stuff, yeah, okay, it's not so much of an issue, but at this point you should not be, you know, that you should be fighting Flans with magic and yeah, he got to the point where he can just one-shot Flans with melee attacks. It's ridiculous. Like, I've seen people get to the point where they can kill the Flans in the tutorial, like when Lulu's trying to tell you how to use magic and he's killing the Flans. It's just honestly unbelievable. Unbelievable it is. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. But yeah, guys, as I say, this is... I like to have them attack their own one. I feel like it's maybe a bit quicker. I don't know if it is or not, but hey, if it is, it is. If it's not, it's not. Who really knows? Right. Okay, so I was just checking that I was streaming at the right resolution. Because I was just checking my own stream and it just went really, really fuzzy all of a sudden. And I don't want that. I don't want it to be all fuzzy. Right. Fuck, I can do that. We can do overdrive here. Nice. Cool. And then Kimari does that. Sorry, I was trying to work out this now. It looks okay. Right. Wonderful. So yeah, this is going to be us for the next few minutes, guys. As I say, we've done it for roughly about 10 minutes now. As I say, you do this as long as you kind of want to. This is one of the other reasons that I was... There's two main reasons that I was looking at running this on my PC. Because on the PC version, you have the quote-unquote cheats, and some of them are cheats, some of them are like, it gives you like all items, and it gives you like every ability and every skill, and it's just a bit like, it's kind of not really the point of the game. It'd be nice like later on, do you know what I mean? Like it would be nice later on in the game when you need to, like, if you're like trying to do your leveling, when you run out of sphere, you don't run out of like power spheres or mana spheres for leveling, or when you're trying to create items or whatever, like, you know, it would be helpful, but I don't know if I'd ever use them. But the two that I do use, there's one which is it speeds up your actions, or not speed, it speeds up the gameplay as such, so you can do it at ×2 or ×4, so like everybody moves 2 or 4 times faster, which makes this just like, whatever levels you would get. So say you do this for like half an hour on normal speed, you get like 2 hours worth of XP, or close to 2 hours worth of XP, taking out menuing, because menuing is still the same speed, but gives you you can do things do this so much faster. So that would be one. And the only thing I'd ever use it for is later on in the game when you're doing monster taming, you can adjust the encounter rate. So you can set yourself to normal encounter rate, frequent encounters where literally you walk like 2 steps, get an encounter, walk 2 steps, get an encounter, walk 2 steps, get an, which would be for some of those really hard monsters that you're trying to catch. And some of them are really, really annoying to try and find. You just have to go through so many fights just to try and find them. It would be nice to just be able to go, yeah, quick, like speed up these finding the fights, don't walk around as much. And then the other side, you can turn it to no encounters, in which case you wouldn't need to get a no encounter. You get a guaranteed no encounters anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference. But it would just help for things like the lightning dodge and things like that. It just makes it a little bit easier, a little bit quicker. You know, you can just, if you're running around, you haven't got to go into your menu, turn off, swap your character to whatever no encounters weapon or armor it is, and then keep, you know, you can just quick button press and it's done. So those would be the two reasons I'd use the PC version for it. However, oh my god, thank you. It was one of those, let's say, the combination of that, you can see how missing really drops the damage. You see, when I hit it normally, I hit 2,000 damage, and there I didn't even hit 1,000 there. Still enough to kill them, obviously, but yeah, it's one of those that I could have used the PC version, and I could have done that to give myself a little bit of a boost, but then I wouldn't be getting the trophies as such. I wouldn't get that platinum trophy. Yeah, it's all like, you know, maybe I should, maybe this, maybe this, maybe this. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure. I don't know whether maybe it was the right thing. I'm not sure, but hey, it's what we're doing now. it's what we're doing now. So, oh, where's this gone? I'm trying to do something on my stream deck. The positive of this is I can keep doing this. Like, I actually haven't got my screen up right now. I've got my PC screen up, not my PS4 screen, so I'm not actually seeing ones. But I can see it on my OBS. But what did I want? Right. So we're in PC game scene. Yeah. Okay. Right. So I just wanted to get something to... I do a multi-action. How do I do a multi-action again? Multi-action. Right. Okay, so... Source visibility... let's see. PC game... PC game scene camera. Hide. And then... Hold on, where is it? Source visibility. PC game scene. Socials. Hide. Right, let me just test something a second, guys. If I just... Oh, because it's not PC game scene, idiot. It's console scene. Right, that's why none of it was highlighted up. So stupid. Right. Just delete that a second. I'm in the process of like changing around all of my Stream Deck stuff so that the commands are a bit easier to run. So I'm kind of doing it as and when I pop that there. Change that to console. Oh, no, do that. Yeah, okay. Set that from the file. I've got a picture of a game controller somewhere for my console scene. Right, turn that to console scene. Okay, there we are. Yes. Right, let me try this again. It's still on PC game scene, isn't it? Because I've now on console scene. Console scene camera. Console scene. Socials. Why can't I... What? Is it because it's in console cam? What? Is that... Hang on, okay. Let me just try this then. Let's try this. Source filter. Can I do a source filter to just show hide? Console scene. Right, so if I do that... Right, let me just move that over there. Right, if I do that... That's awesome! That's nice, I like that. Okay, brilliant. That now means that on cutscenes, if cutscenes are happening and things like that, I can just go to cutscene. And you guys can watch the full cutscene and then I can come back in. That's pretty awesome, I like that. I like that a lot. We haven't been doing our overdrives whilst doing that. But yeah, okay, I like that. That's cool. And it's because by chance, there's only 1,000 there. Okay. Because by chance I've put socials within the camera source. It's like the camera and the socials slice and dice it. Nice. Yeah. So because the little social rotator above me there, that one. Which, incidentally, guys, if you haven't followed any of my other socials already, you can go and check out any of them. They're all in the chat now. Go check all those out. if you want to join the socials. But yes, so all the socials are up above as well. If you happen to see one that you want and you don't want to click on the link, it's absolutely fine. Or if your link doesn't work, please let me know. But yeah, because that is all within its own little group, the camera and the stream hub below me that shows here. Which instantly I'm really annoyed about now, because it used to have like a little at the bottom of here. There used to be a filter on OBS that you could put a blur, but you could put a step blur, so it would only blur like a certain point. So I used to blur the bottom of here, so it was a bit like a stained glass window effect kind of thing. It would look really, really cool. And that's kind of annoying because it's not centered. That's more central, isn't it? That looks better. Wakka's just learned Slayer Overdrive mode. Normally, by the end of this, Kimahri and Wakka have both learned Slayer, so that's pretty cool. Sadly, the girls can't learn it as of yet, because even though they've both got black magic to use, they would just run out of MP, and we'd run out of healing potions and everything before we even got anywhere near it, so it wouldn't be worth it. But yes, so yes, so I used to have that little blur for it, which looked really, really cool. And it used to have like a little section that used to look really nice. I'm kind of annoyed that doesn't work anymore. It's been taken out. Well, it's not. I don't think it's been taken out. I think it's a paid for thing now, which I understand. You got to make money and stuff. I get that, so I understand that. But now we have a bit of a background blur effect. If you kind of see, it's a bit of a blur. I've managed to sort of find a filter, a plugin for that, which is pretty cool. Gives you like a little bit of a background blur, which is nice. I've always wanted that. Used to have to be like I used to have to use an app on the PC that essentially allowed you to put Snapchat filters on, and I had to find a background blur. It never used to work very well, but it was okay. But this one seems to be working quite nicely. It's nice. I like it. It's just, you can still see it, but it's, if I sort of, you can sort of see the blur sort of hits in. It's quite nice. I like it. I like it. I'm liking it. What do you guys think? So yeah, we've done it, I don't know how long we've been doing it for now, about 20 minutes or so. I sort of saw it was about 23 minutes into the stream. We were now 43 minutes into the stream, so roughly about 20 minutes. Maybe we'll do another 10, do half an hour's worth of this. Sorry you've had to see this, guys. This is kind of boring for you. But at least I managed to get my Stream Deck thing working. That's really cool. And then what I need to do as well is then, because I've got a league, I can put all my, there we go. So league scene can go in there, PC, so now I've got a little folder for my scenes. What is that? Oh, that's TFT scenes, that can go in there as well. It can go into there, because we've got league and TFT kind of together. The marble scene. It's cool. Just trying to clear up. That can be removed. That can just go on there. I don't use the Stream Deck to near enough its full potential. That's kind of going to be within its own scenes now. So yeah, so if we put, just going to put a break scene into each of these. Not that I really have a break very often. I don't normally stream long enough to need a break, but you never know. Sometimes I might. What's that then? Okay, these are kind of really weird at the minute. Right, get rid of that. Just transition that onto a break. Right. So yeah, lovely. Okay, how are we getting on? Whew, it is hot in here. It is real hot. It's nice getting back into this game. I love this game. I've played this game so much, it's unbelievable. It's probably not healthy the amount I've played this game. I have always considered doing a attempt at a world record for this game. For the longest stream. Longest Final Fantasy X stream. What's it currently at? It's currently at 40 hours still, which has been, it was set on 2017. 40 hours is a long time. I don't know what the exact rules are. Yeah, I don't know what the rules are for it, but yeah, so I completed the game in 33 hours and 26 minutes. Restarted the campaign and played for another 6 hours and 34 minutes to hit it on 4 hours exactly. But it doesn't tell you like how does is it 40 hours like legit straight through? Or would you get like a break, or you know, can you like I don't know, can you earn breaks halfway through? I don't know. And you don't get the rule set until you apply for it, and then you need to apply for it. You have to set like dates for it and everything. And it's like, oh, I just want to know. I just want to just wondered if I could do it. You know what I mean? I feel like I could. I feel like if I tried really hard and if I prepped enough, I feel like I could do it. What do you guys think? I wonder if I could stream. Could I stream? If I'd set the right parameters and if I'd set it up all properly and correctly, and you know I had the time and I had everything ready and I prepared for it all, could I stream this game for longer than 40 hours to break a world record? I've done 24 hours on this game before. Did a 24-hour stream a little while ago. And we didn't even get anywhere near finishing the game. Like we had lots left to do. So I just wonder if I could. Do you know what I mean? I wonder if I could. I feel like I could. I feel like there's enough in the game and enough that I wouldn't even need to restart. I think I'd be able to go all the way through and just do it on the one playthrough. It's just whether I'd physically be able to do it. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like with enough preparation, I feel like it's possible. Be tired as hell afterwards, but it could be done. I definitely feel like it could be done. Can you imagine being a world record holder? Oh my, that'd be insane. 40 hours. Is 40 hours that hard? I'm talking myself into it now. I need to be careful. I need to be careful. I'm genuinely talking myself into it. You know what I'm also considering, guys? I'm also considering moving my desk around slightly. So at the minute, you see like this, I want to take the whole desk as it is like this and just shift it there. Like here, I don't know if I've got enough room for it. That's the question. But here, you can't really see. But just here, obviously, got a sofa in the background, which is currently full of old baby stuff that we're trying to get rid of. But it comes out to sort of here-ish. This is like the end of the sofa. If I put my desk from here to there, because what I wanted to do, the whole premise of this, the room the way it is that I wanted to be able to game here and stream here or PlayStation games or PC games or that sort of thing. If I was doing like solo streams like I am now, where I'm just streaming. But the idea of the sofa, because up here you can't see it, behind us here on the wall is the TV that I had over there. We had it downstairs originally, but now it's up on the wall, literally there behind me, or in front of me, behind the desk. And I just wonder if I could, if I can fit the desk here, maybe I put the desk there. And then the camera could be set up in such a way so I could have the camera pointing this way instead of pointing straight on. You'd still look at that wall, but instead of being straight on for me, you'd sort of see like that sort of angle. Yeah, and I'd be looking at the screens here. That makes sense. And then I could still use the same camera, the same microphone setup and everything like that. Potentially just get a second camera and use the same microphone but I could still then stream couch co-op games and things like that using the TV. That was the whole idea of why I wanted the TV and everything up here, and why I wanted the room set up this way, and why I wanted the sofa up here still. That's kind of a thought I'm going through at the minute. Maybe that'll work. I saw it in a video setup, because initially this was the only way that I thought of, like having this and having the sofa behind me and that sort of... I never thought about having... The only issue I would have if I did that is I would then have my back to the door. And if we all know about that clip, that specific clip, which we're not going to mention anybody at all, if we're all remembering that clip, then having my back to the door is a dangerous thing. So, don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. If you may see another new angle on the stream soon. I'll have to see. I'll have to measure it all up and see what I can do. Oh, don't do spiral. Go do slice and dice. I don't know if the overdrives that you're doing needs to be the next. You know what I mean, like the next one. Like, I don't know if to get energy rain you have to do X number of slice and dices or not. But I tend to use slice and dice all the time anyway. Very rarely do I use energy rain. There's one major time that I use energy rain, and one occasional time that I use Blitz Ace, but I'm not very good at Blitz Ace. Blitz Ace feels so inconsistent to hit all the time, you know? It's very difficult to... It's such a small... The thing's moving so fast, the gap that you've got to hit it in is so small, it feels very inconsistent, and I'm just not very well practiced in it. So I don't tend to use it very often. Slice and dice, and to be fair, the amount of damage you don't necessarily get that much. I mean, you get roughly the same amount of damage plus one full 99,999 hit. But that's it. Other than that, it's no real different. I think my aspect ratio is slightly wrong on my second monitor. I don't know. The other one that's going to be semi-difficult, the other trick that's going to be semi-difficult to do is defeating Penance, because I'm not very well practiced. I think I've only done it once before. It's not an easy fight at all. Even at like maximum stats, you have to be maximum stats for it, and even then it's still not an easy fight at all to do. So, definitely a difficult one. Something to persevere for. Everything else realistically is fairly simple. So realistically, it's not even like... It's not... I mean, and to be fair, there is ways around it as well. If you're set yourself up properly for it, which essentially I probably will be, but I'll try not to do it if I can help it. But there is a way that you can do it still. Right, I think we go for another 5 minutes, get it to the hour mark on the stream, then that way we've done 30-ish minutes. And that honestly should be enough. It should be enough to get... It keeps us going for a little while. We should be fine. We shouldn't have to worry about it after that. And I think that will be enough leveling. So once we hit the hour mark on the stream, we'll move on. Get on with the game. Get moving forward. We don't want to, because we've already spent months going from episode 1 to episode 2. So realistically, we need to get a move on. Nice. Nice, we killed all 3 of them. It's always nice when that happens, because Tidus gets a huge chunk of overdrive back. Literally, I'm over half already. Kimahri's yet to get Slayer, but he's going to be very close, I feel. Or I've yet to notice him get Slayer anyway. We get plenty of overkills, which is nice. It's very good getting the overkills, so... So just look at all these trophies to get. We so far have 2, I believe. Do we have 2? Where's the trophy collection? Yes, we have 2 so far. Speaking in Tongues and the Besaid Cloister of Trials. Kimahri, attack that one. Whack on that one. And then you're... Oh, we're not... Slice and Dice, I tend to do it anyway. Like, even there, it's only 1. I tend to do Slice and Dice just because it helps sort of keep my muscle memory in where to press and when to do. It's just a little thing to help, you know. So where are we at? Another 3 minutes, guys. We'll do this for another 3 minutes. And then we'll be done. Should also actually, you know what I should do? I should make that a multi-action. Hold on. Multi-action switch, isn't it? Because what I should do is make that, and then where's my wave link? Oh, wave link needs a new update. Okay, we won't do that then. I was going to put it so that it muted the microphone as well, so I didn't have to worry about being super quiet, but I can just do it myself, I suppose. I can just do it myself, it's not an issue. Just in between cutscenes and things. Just try and, you know, add to a little bit of ambience. It might, there's one cutscene that might have to get cut out of the main video, or 2 potentially. I don't think I've uploaded the second. Why did you, why, Tidus? Why did you just literally slice and dice just that one? What is the point? You just literally used all of that on 1. How, like, what did that one do to you? What did it do to you? Just feels kind of rude, not gonna lie. Right then. Probably only a couple more rotations, to be fair. Might just make a Tidus a new overdrive ready for the next fight. And then we'll move on, guys. Nearly there. Nearly there. But yeah, happy with this. This has gone pretty well so far. I don't think we're going to Tidus a new overdrive. 20 seconds. We should be able to, actually. 20 seconds, 15 seconds left, come on. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, we've got 10 seconds left. We could do another rotation, but we're not going to bother. We'll leave it on 1. So, when we're ready to move on, guys, I say, if you're doing this and following along, do this whenever you're ready to do it. And depending on how you're following along, if you're following along with me exactly, then this will be how you do it. But bring in the others. If your unit has Black Magic, you can use Black Magic to attack the fin. I always like to get down to 1 because it's obviously less damage that you're going to be taking. Wakka can stay in and attack as per usual. But this way, everybody gets a piece of this. So even though the girls were not in the fight for attacking the Sin Scales, they still get a share of it, which is really cool. Do I have Valfor's Overdrive? That's the question. Did I save a note? I thought that had finished it off then. I was like, you just did like 900 damage. What? I wasn't watching. 230 spines. I can't remember how much Lulu's doing, so we'll do another. Don't you dare crit now. Thank God for that. We did. So now that we're rough, we are 200. Oops, no. If you've got an idea, I mean, what you can do, if you're not as strong at this point, you can just summon Valfor and have Valfor do it anyway. Valfor can attack because he's flying. Valfor can do magic. Or you can do... Did I just use Energy Blast on a Sin Scale?
Are you stupid or something?
Uh-huh, what a noob.
Ugh. I can't believe I just did that. What am I doing? What am I doing? What an idiot. Oh my god, never gonna get a turn again. Oh my god. I'm going to die. Valfor is going to die. Before he gets another overdrive in. Don't do it. 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 Don't have another turn. Don't have another turn. Oh my god. I am so lucky. Right. Get it properly this time. Oh my god. Okay, the end of that fight shouldn't have been as stressful as it was. You're supposed to do that straight at the start, as soon as you summon Valfor. You're not meant to get down to 109 HP and nearly die. Anyway. God, that is so close. Is this the full cutscene? No, it's not, is it? It's not. It's after this. So, the water has calmed. Sin appears to have disappeared. As, has one of our harpoon guns. As well as our main protagonist. He appears to be disappeared as well. Wakka's gonna go find him. You can't hold your breath underwater that long, so I wouldn't bother. We're just gonna die underwater, no problem. Buried at sea. These things are still just like going hard and attacking. It's just not really very nice at all. Wakka throws a ball with no spin that somehow bounces around all of them and then still catches it, which is amazing. Pulls us back in the open water, which seems to make no sense really. Like, of course it's done for the game, but in actuality, like, it wouldn't make sense. He could just throw a potion from miles away anyway. It wouldn't make a difference. And here is our sort of follow-up boss fight. This one, again, has infinitely spawning Sin Scales. However, not as easy to loop so I wouldn't try and loop this one. If you're going to do your leveling, get it in beforehand. Dark attack is kind of advised here to try and avoid some of the damage. I believe it's mainly from Blender. Drain Touch can do a bit of damage, but it's not really major. And then you can sort of attack these guys, but to be honest with you... Oops, no, wrong way. We're going to just spiral cut it. Don't know how much health this has, actually. Since one Echulius. How much health does it have? 2,000. So we've just done 500. 700, 800-ish. I normally do cheers and stuff here as well, but I can't be bothered. Sort of 1,000, roughly. We should really get Tidus to get his overdrive back, so we can do another. So we may actually do that, actually. Kill a few of these to get Tidus' overdrive back. It's about 1,000-ish. Blender, this is the one that kind of hurts. He does it through darkness anyway. So you avoid the Drain Touch and then you sort of... So where are we at? What about 1,400 there? About 1,700. Now ideally we want to... Should have used it on Wakka. Should have used that on Wakka, realistically. Wakka's the one that's weak. We didn't also do our Dark Attack for Drain Touch either. Nice. Let's get another Dark Attack going. We need to get an overdrive pretty fast. Another overkill. Nice. Let's potion up Wakka. We need one more Sin Spawn kill. A little Finn kill. There we go. And then we should be able to overdrive it, and it should, if I've counted correctly. I may do another attack with Wakka just to be on the safe side. And then I feel that will do. Oops. That should do it. It does. Nice. Overkill. It's nice to get overkills just because it gives you extra AP. It does double your item count as well. Whatever they drop, it gives you double. But I don't think this thing drops anything. What does it drop? Ability sphere, like 2 ability spheres. So you get 4. And there you go. 800 AP. This is from half an hour's worth, or 35 minutes. Somewhere between 7 and 10 sphere levels for 30 minutes. I'd say, bear in mind that I've done this for like 6 hours before. It literally is unbelievable. And we've given a Wakka all our guild. We get 7,000, 7,500 there, near enough. Anyway, I'll see you after this cutscene, guys.
When Sin attacked Xanarkand that day, I woke up in Spira. I kept hoping it would work in reverse, too.
I will defeat sin. I must defeat sin.
I was just fooling myself. Maybe it was that day, on the sea, under the burning sun. I started to give up hope. I was in a foreign world. I wasn't going home. This was my new reality, and I was stuck in it for good.
Greetings. I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the temple in Besaid.
Oh, Milady Summoner!
If there is no other summoner here, please allow me to perform the sending.
Thanks, BTA.
Our loved ones. We feared they would become fiends.
Please, take me to them.
We'll go see what we can do to help in town.
Huh?
Right then, guys. So, we now arrive in Kilika. Let's use some of our levels. What have we got here? What's this? Extract speed, which we may need later on. For now, I'm going to ignore it. We have 99 power spheres, which is pretty awesome. We're now never going to need power spheres, like, for forever, basically. Now, I believe... Is it worth getting steel and use for Tidus? I don't think so. So, Waka is going to just go down his normal grid as it is anyway. We need him accurate for the birds and flying things anyway, so... This is the thing with the expert grid, is that you kind of have a bit more freedom to roam around and kind of do what you want to do. And people can become whatever you kind of want them to be. Most of the time, I keep people roughly where they should be anyway. Yeah, so it doesn't normally change too much. Obviously, Yuna does this. I'm going to do that purely because I just want that extra. Later on, I make sure that every little line is coloured in. We don't need the nulls, do we? We can move her down here to start getting some levels and stuff. What's that one? She's got extractability, that's fine. So yeah, so we're going to move her down here. Start getting her leveled up a little bit. I very rarely use Lulu in these playthroughs now, since sort of really transitioning over to the expert grid. I don't really use her very much. Yuna tends to do all my killing. She's... Kimahri is going to realistically not get used for a lot. For a while. I'm going to move him there, and he's going to stay there for a little while until he gets through to steal and use. Until I can get onto getting some level 1 key spheres. So he's going to stay there for a little while. Now normally I will move him around and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll move him, and I'll move him back, and it takes me forever. I have to level up for so long just to get him back to steal and use that it's honestly not worth it. So I'm just going to leave him there for now. I very rarely use... Like, Kimahri is probably the one I use the least. Don't use him basically at all throughout the entire game. So... we may as well put everybody up, but for now... So there we go. We didn't really move too far forward. Am I going to move Tidus down to here or not? Am I going to move him down to Steel and Use? Does he need... He doesn't need Steel and Use right now. Let's move him up. Let's move him on. Move him on. We'll keep him moving on. That's fine. Yes. Okay. So Kimahri's going to stay there, because soon we'll get a level 1 key sphere. We'll unlock that, and then we'll grab Steal and Use, and then we'll have somebody who can steal and use a long way before we can get Riku. We've got a Liquid Steel Water Strike there. We didn't get anything else there. Wakka still has nothing. We've got a Rod of Ice, which is an Ice Strike. Kimahri has nothing, and Lulu has nothing. Okay. So now we're all good there. Let me just check. Oh yeah, we'll Wakka can have Slayer as well. Kimahri didn't quite get Slayer in that. He normally does, but I normally do it for a longer time, so it's fine. Anyway, we're just going to do another little cutscene, guys, and I shall see you after that, after this little bit here.
What's ascending? Are we going somewhere?
You truly are clueless. Are you sure it's just your memory that's the problem? The dead need guidance. Filled with grief over their own death, they refuse to face their fate. They yearn to live on and resent those still alive. You see, they envy the living. And in time, that envy turns to anger, even hate. Should these souls remain in Spira, they become fiends that prey on the living. Sad, isn't it? The sending takes them to the far plane, where they may rest in peace.
Summoners do this? It must be tough, being a summoner.
Yuna chose her own path. She knew from the beginning what it meant. All we can do is protect her along the way, until the end.
Until the end? What's the end?
Until she defeats sin.
Oh.
I hope I did okay.
You did very well. They've reached the far plane by now, but no tears next time.
I wished there would never be a next time. No more people being killed by sin. No more sendings for Yuna. Everyone stood there watching her. It was strange, and somehow horrifying. I never wanted to see it again.
Right then, guys. After that scene, we are back here. This kid is always entertaining to speak to, if you can catch him, because he's going to be a blitzball when he grows up. Not a player, but he's going to be a blitzball. Good luck to you, kid. I have a habit of touching every save sphere, because there are times that I go to... I sort of think I have done, go into a fight, realise I'm like no health, and then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I should have healed up, so yeah, so we're going to race Datto to go and see Captain Wakka. We win, obviously, because Datto is slow. He's actually not slow. He becomes so fast later on in Blitzball. It's unbelievable. Head into here. Al Bhed Primo just on the side. No, not you. There you go. Number 4. And we received the rank of Al Bhed Pakehan. Pakehan. Which is whatever it is. Right then.
Ah, there you are.
There you are.
Besaid Aurochs, huddle. On to the temple, where we pray for victory. Go! High Summoner Ohalland used to live in the Kilika temple here. Yup. Lord Ohalland was once a great blitzer, you know.
Wakka. Praying for victory's all good. But is this right?
Something wrong with enjoying Blitzball?
Is this really the time?
This is the only time. The players fight with all their strength. The fans cheer for their favorite team. They forget pain, suffering. Only the game matters. That's why Blitz has been around for so long. At least that's what I think.
Whatever you say.
Let's play and win, right?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Right.
Sounds like a plan to me.
The jungle there. Let's go.
Right, so what we should have done before coming down here, I always forget this, because we've got to head back down there in a minute, is if you come up here, walk towards this thing, you see a little girl crying on here, on this very stable looking platform.
Whoa!
Not so stable, who we save, because we're a god. She cries a bit, prays to us, because we're a god. And runs off. Now, I'm going to head in this house real quick, because there's something in here. There's an item there. Now, I always felt, I don't know why, every time I play this game, I always feel like there's something more in there, and I don't think there is. But I always feel like there is. But yeah, anyway, so we're going to head back into the house that we just got the Al Bhed Primer from. This one here. To find out that that was actually... You're the one who saved my sister, right? That's correct. The treasure box contains a token of my appreciation. Please accept it. So, yeah. Save her, and we open this treasure for an ether. Or an ether. I'm not really sure how it's pronounced, but I'm going to say ether. I think. I think I'm going to say ether. I don't really know. I'm not really sure. Anyway. On to Beyond the Jungle. To Beyond the Jungle. Right. Okay.
What's up?
Team meeting.
Yuna's saying she wants you with us.
Huh?
I want to ask you to be my guardian.
You know what? There's no time for jokes, yeah? He may be a blitzball whiz kid, but up against fiends, he's a newbie.
Not a guardian, then. I just want him nearby.
What?
What? What do you mean?
It's just that... Well,
We're all going to the temple anyway. Can't this wait till later?
I'm sorry. I
Yes,
shouldn't
it can
have...
wait. It can wait.
There's nothing to be sorry about. I'm just not really sure what's going on.
My apologies.
Right then, let's get going. Come on. So, right. So now we are in the. What we're gonna do? We're gonna head this way first because. Okay, maybe not. We have a tutorial battle.
Kimari, why don't you use
Talks about
Lancet on
lancets.
it?
So we're gonna use.
What's a lancet?
Normally,
Well.
it's a skill that weakens enemies and heals the user. But when a Ronso uses it, that Ronso can sometimes learn Fiend's abilities.
Hey, sounds cool.
I wonder if we'll get to learn an ability this time. Oh look, we did! What a shocker. So yes, essentially that's just how Kimari learns his overdrives, is using Lancet on specific targets. We're going to use an extractability because why not? Any chance I can get ability spheres, especially early on, is always nice. So we'll try and use it as much as possible. As much as is possible when it sort of presents itself and shows that it's able to be done. Kimari's going to get so many levels and I'm just not going to use them. So we're going to head up here because there is a chest here containing a scout, which is very good for Waka because it gives him a sensor and it gives him Ice Strike. Now, ironically, his targets in this forest are weak to ice. Who would have guessed? But luckily, we are strong enough that we don't actually need to worry about that.
I could take care of those alone, huh?
Ice doesn't negatively affect the Ragora. Is it Ragora? Don't even know what these things are called. They are called Ragora. Using Lulu already quite a lot more than I normally do. Normally I'd have swapped to Yuna there, but never mind, it's all good. I'm also not going to go to the sphere grid every single time I get a level, because otherwise we'll be here forever. A couple of mana spheres. We're going to grab a few items around here. We're also going to... So, we've talked about this before, I believe, in the first episode. The owl bed that's kind of written around. As you sort of start to progress and learn more letters, you'll start to understand what these mean. Okay. Oh, nice. Let's get Yuna in for a go. To be fair, actually, we should be using Yuna more because later on we're going to have a bit of solo time with Yuna and we need her to be strong enough to be able to handle herself. So we'll do that. We'll try and keep Yuna in as much as possible. Lulu, we're going to have her with the rest of the team anyway, so it's not a major issue.
The fiend before us is Ochu, Lord of the Wood.
Lovely.
We've had trouble with this one before.
Have you now?
Discretion is the better part of valor.
Essentially telling us to not bother fighting it. If you... You're just... No, go away. You want to talk to me.
We could throw 100 crusaders at it and still
100 crusaders. Talk to him again.
Poison is a surefire way to get to the far plane and fast.
To get 4 antidotes. And then after the warning that we've had, we're going to go fight him anyway. Because actually, he's not that tough. Especially that we're slightly stronger than we should be. So. Especially as we've got 2 black mages as well that can do fire damage to him. So, we'll just do this. Waka learned over Red Warrior. Nice. You little... So, we might as well bring Kimari in. Get him to use use an antidote on Yuna, get him a little bit of a... Not that he needs levels, but he'll at least get something. Fire! It's cool as well because doing this, Yuna gets to sort of get her overdrive modes up pretty quickly as well. Now we're just going to have these two use fire. Until you... Haha! You missed. It's nice. Critical. Yeah. Okay. And Ochi falls asleep. So now, he falls asleep. And this is where it's like, oh, he's recovering health. No, not good. So, magic attacks will not wake him up. Physical attacks will, but then he does Earthquake, which deals a hell of a lot of damage to people. You know, as you would expect, Earthquakes are very devastating. They can hurt quite a lot. So it's best to bring out an Aeon, particularly one that flies. If it do a physical attack to wake him up, and because we're flying, we take no damage anyway. And we can use a bit of fire here if need be. He's going to use magic on us. We should be able to get... Yeah. Poison claw us. How much have you got left? We should be fine with that. We'll use Energy Blast. And we get an overkill. Beautiful. That's what I like to see. Nice. Everyone gets a little bit of levels. We get 2 MP spheres with that. Nice. Not really useful.
A summoner and her guardians.
So they need 100 Crusaders, and they would still lose. We can do it with 5.
Young Crusaders gather around.
And not even Crusaders, who are, you know, supposed to be this special sin fighting task force. Nothing else down there, I don't think. Can't remember, but I don't think there is. Do you have anything? Thank you. High potion from you. More fights. Not really a lot here that is worth like fighting. As I say, we're not even going to worry too much about getting everybody XP because we are strong enough for a little while that we can just keep going. It's not a problem. And a Lux Sphere, very important. We like Lux Spheres, we'll have them for later. I say normally I spend a little bit of time sort of wandering around, getting a few levels, but honestly it's kind of wasted and pointless. We are just going to rush through it a bit. Yeah, you missed. Nerd. And you missed again! You guys are awful. No, don't use water. That will do nothing to them. Use fire. Of their 4 so far, they've only hit once. I'm going to do this tactically. We're going to bring in... We're not even going to bring in Waka. We're just going to do that. We're just going to do it. We're not even going to waste our time bringing in Waka. Ideally, we want to be overkilling them here for extra XP, but it honestly doesn't make too much of a difference. It's not such a major thing. We're not too concerned. As I say, PC mode, we'd probably put no encounters on here and just run through all of this because it doesn't need to be done. But there you go.
These stone steps have a history, you know.
Oh, so there's little mini like cutscenes here and things like that. I'm not going to hide the camera for because it's not honestly that it's not that long.
Lord O'Holland trained here at his peak.
So we're just not going to worry too much about it.
A race, huh? Think you can beat me?
Yuna, if you would.
Ready?
Hey!
Ah, huh? Hey!
Right. So, let's just get a bit of a heal up. We're all good here. Yep. That's just... Whilst we've got a couple of quick levels, just pop these around in here. No, not you. Okay. Just move everybody forward them levels that we had. Look out!
Everyone, quick! Sin spawn!
And another sin spawn that we have to go through and try and defeat. So, you can't attack this thing because it's too strong. So we're gonna attack the tentacles. Now, tentacles absorb magic, so don't use magic on them just yet. Nice, good crit, Kimahri. They do very minimal damage, so it's not even worth worrying about them. Wakka does do half damage from the ice ball, but honestly, again, it's such minimal damage that it makes no difference, really, so... And Kimahri can take that out. Now, now that the tentacles are gone, bring the magic users back in. Start using fire. Probably should have done that with Tidus, actually. Thinking about it. Psy, I think that's supposed to poison, I feel, but I'm not sure. Use haste on Yuna so she can do more fire damage quicker. And then he pops out of his shell. Now he can be hit by physical damage. So, we're not going to bother with Kimahri. We are going to continue because I do believe that these two still do more damage than Wakka and Kimahri with their magic. So, it's me. I always make that joke. Tidus is kind of here as a bit of a healer at this point, to be fair. Bit of a white mage and a healer who don't really get used very often as this sort of role, but I mean, he can do damage. If we're not poisoned, he can do damage, so... That's probably going to kill him, isn't it? Yep. Okay, we didn't get the overkill there, which is a shame, but never mind. Doesn't really make too much of a difference. Doesn't need to be overkilled all the time.
Yeesh.
Yeesh.
Sorry about that. Hope to break you in a little slower.
Being a guardian's tiring.
You handle yourself pretty well. You got talent.
Hey. So, what are these sin spawn anyway?
Fiends. They fall from Sin's body and are left behind in its wake.
Leave him alone and Sin comes back for him. You gotta be quick.
That moment when Wakka told me I had talent in battle, I think that was when I started seriously considering becoming a guardian.
Right. A couple more levels for Lulu and Tidus, but nothing particularly major there. Lulu also got a Bright Bangle, which is just Dark Ward. She's never going to be really physically attacking anyway, so it makes no difference. We don't need it.
So, they got fiends in Zanarkand too?
Just a few. It's a big deal when one shows up, though. Hey, since when have you believed me about Zanarkand anyway?
I've been thinking. Maybe people Sin gets to don't die.
Just drop the lid of my water
Maybe
bottle.
Sin carries them through time. Like 1,000 years through time. And then one day, maybe they just pop back, see?
You can just see me spilling that bottle of water, so we best put the lid back on.
You make up one theory after another, refusing to face the simple truth.
That still feels like it's on a bit of a slant. Can I not
Chappu
actually have,
anywhere.
like, a straight
Sin
camera?
crushed him and left him on the Jose shore. Your brother won't just
I don't know.
pop
That looks a
back.
bit straighter, maybe?
Oh, and one more thing.
We'll go for it. We'll
No
say it's
matter
okay.
how much you want it, no one can take Chapu's place. No one can replace Serject, for that matter. And there's no replacement for Lord Braska, either. It's pointless to think about it. And sad.
Brutal. Brutal, Lulu.
I could never be what Chapu was. Well, stuff happens. Best not to worry.
Waka, Lulu, and Waka's brother, Chapu. Something had happened between them a long time ago. I was sure of it. Well, whatever it was none of my business, that's for sure. Best not to go there.
Best not. Best not to go there. How goes the plat grind? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's going okay. Now that I've got the PS4 working again. We had issues where... it's honestly... I obviously did the initial stream back in October. Then was playing a bit offline. Accidentally overwrote the file. So I've now decided I'm only going to have one file. Otherwise I'm likely to just ruin it again. So I'm not going to do any more PS4 playing off stream or on other save files. And then I've been having issues where my PS4 and my Elgato wouldn't talk to each other, and then the Elgato wouldn't come through the PC, and blah 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 blah. Finally managed to get it sorted, so we're back on it now. Working through our sort of early levels and early points, do you know? So obviously it's one of those things. It takes a bit of time to.
It's too bad your best isn't good enough.
Takes a bit of time to get there, get started, as you know how this game goes. But we're doing okay. We've just done our sin scale grinding on the boat. But we have done it only for like half an hour, which is probably the quickest that I think I've ever done it. When trying to, obviously, I've had the fight go quickly before when I wasn't trying to grind it through.
Putting people down.
So yeah, other than that, it's not been too bad. Not been too bad. We're doing okay.
Serject was a kind and gentle man.
Well, not
I've really wanted to play. I've been watching loads of videos of stuff, of Final Fantasy X stuff recently.
About my old man got me angry.
Really made me want to play it again, so we were going back
to
to it. How are you doing? Hope all is well. Hope all is going okay with yourself. I always think there's stuff in there as well, but I don't think it is on this. I think it's the next temple. Good to hear. Did just miss your whole explanation because of a phone call. No worries. No worries. It's a lot of rubbish. Don't need to worry about it too much. A lot of rubbish.
Lord O'Holland,
so we have to
guide our feet.
pray with Waka to advance the storyline. So we shall pray. Ah, I missed it. I like to try and time it so that they do it together. I've only ever done it like twice, where they've actually done it like in sync. It's been brilliant. But yes, so you have to pray. Then Donna comes along
A summoner, are you?
and starts trash talking. Little does she know, she's gonna get
My
owned.
name is Yuna, from the Isle of Besaid.
She got no chance of beating us to beating Sin.
So, your high
Because we have plot armor.
That's quite a name to live up to. My.
Right.
And all these people are your guardians?
We're still praying. Wow.
As I recall, Lord Braska had only 2 guardians.
Really going for that prayer, aren't we?
Quality over quantity, my dear. Whatever.
But yeah, so we're all doing okay so far. I'd say
I have need of only 1 guard.
I love the game. I
Right,
just
Martello?
wish it was quicker to get through. Do you know what I mean? I like getting to the
I
end
only
bits.
have as many guardians
I was
as
bad.
there
Had
are
half
people I
day
can
Tuesday
trust.
and was off Wednesday with emergency.
I trust them all
Was
with my life.
unable to focus because of
To have so many
Final
guardians,
Fantasy 14 friend passing to lung failure. So it's kind of shit. That is kind of shit.
even more so.
But doing good after my break from work. That's good. I'm really sorry to hear that about your friend.
course.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
Of
It's always hard
questioning your ways either.
when that sort of thing happens.
So, Lady Donna,
So yeah, I'm sorry to
I
hear that.
ask of
But I'm
you,
glad you're doing better. Glad you're feeling
please
better.
leave us in peace.
You do what
Glad
you
you're feeling
want,
better.
Martello
Not a
will.
nice way to go either, but yes. Sadly, these things are a reality in our world, and
someone a summoner can rely on.
it's something
Someone
we
she
have to
can
all deal
trust
with,
her
unfortunately.
life. I wondered, did Yuna feel that way about me?
Yes. Anyway.
What's she smiling about?
Is that really a smile? Is that a smile? Not really sure. Right. This is the kind of... I don't like this bit, because we're technically not a guardian yet. We can't walk in here, so it's just... We get pushed out in a minute by...
The faith is below. Let's do it.
Been enjoying Baldur's Gate 3. I've been seeing a lot about it. What's it all about? What's the type of... I've sort of seen... I've seen about it, but never really seen it or knew about the game or anything, so... Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Yeah, so we get pushed out by Kimahri, and this kind of bit, this part never really made any sense to me. Like, it does, but it's sort of
back as soon as we can, okay?
a bit like, why conclude? Because it's just a bit of a waste of time.
Soon. Like tomorrow soon, I bet.
But never mind. You know what D&D is like. Again, roughly, because you can't do anything. You literally have to just wait until this comes back up. And there's no way to speed it up. There's no way to go through this any quicker. It's just, yeah, I roughly know what it's sort of about. And then you walk on it, and then Donna and Bartello come back, and he chucks you on there and forces you down to do it.
Then why are you here?
Hey, I'm not a guardian, so I'm not supposed to go in, right?
But it's basically D&D. Oh, okay, fair enough then.
Not a guardian.
I should really put the chat on, shouldn't I?
Hey, wait!
So again, fair. That's cool. Where do you want the chat? Does the chat seem? Was the chat all right down there? Put the chat there.
That's a big idea.
And if I
Just a little game.
drop it down like that, I think that'd be good. Yeah, no, I've heard lots of positive reviews about it. Lots of positive reviews. Right. The one thing that is quite cool. This is the only time you can hear this line, which is quite cool. Tita's trying to go back up, and now it all of a sudden won't go back up. Did before when we were waiting for it, but now it won't. Strange. And again, you can wait here or go inside. They literally is, again, a pointless choice, because if you do wait here, you can do nothing until you just go inside. It's just stupid. It's incredibly enjoyable with friends. I'll have to have a look at it. I don't know, how much is it though? It's quite expensive, isn't it? Is it not quite expensive, or am I just thinking something else?
Well, I guess it's too late now.
Be worth having a look at. Right, so another Cloister of Trials. As we said in the previous stream, if anybody can remember that far back, it's quite a... they get progressively harder. This one is still incredibly easy. And I say that, though, but when I was first playing this game, back in whenever year it was, I did get stuck here. Had no idea how to get through. And I'll show you where I got stuck. So Killica Sphere into there, burn the door down, take the Killica Sphere out, fire goes away, now we have no door. Lovely. So I got stuck, so I put this thing in here, and it burns a glyph there. So now this is where I got stuck. I inserted this here, and then I thought, oh, glyph sphere, so I'll put this glyph sphere in there. And nothing happened, and I couldn't work out what to do until you go up to it and press X and touch the glyph, and that's what it does. Playing a barbarian, big axe, big anger, big damage starter class, and I've been using a skill called Enraged Throw, where I've thrown my dwarf friend at enemies. That honestly just sounds brilliant. That just sounds amazing. Yeah, just the idea of throwing people at other people. So, no, don't put it back in. So take that out. May as well bring that up here whilst we've got it. Run this back down there. I say this one's fairly simple still. A couple more steps that need doing, but take the glyph sphere out. Pop it in there. That lifts that up, which removes all of that fire. We take the destruction sphere out, and I believe we put that in there. I believe it goes in there. This is the annoying bit, because this one always seems to... I always seem to struggle to move this one when I'm going sideways here. It never seems to... I have to walk it. And then finally, when you get locked on, then it's okay. Come on. And then it just does this look like... Push the thing. Push it! There we go, thank you. Telos, one of my friends is a druid. They turned into a cat. I threw them literally like 40 meters into the middle of like 6 enemies. All 4 of us were dying of laughter. That sounds brilliant. That honestly sounds amazing. Obviously not Destruction Sphere in there. Pop that back in there for a second. Let's go back and get a Kilika Sphere. That one in there then? Yes, there we go. So now that goes down there, revealing that. And as I said before, guys, remember, we have to do our Destruction Sphere treasures. Anyone that is new to the game, make sure you're doing your Destruction Sphere treasures. Really, really important. Pop that in there. That is now the puzzle done, essentially. But, as I said, make sure we're getting our Destruction Sphere treasure. This one is half decent for Kimahri. But again, not super impactful. It's basically, this is the armor that he will use. For me, this is like the armor he uses for almost the entirety of the game. Until I get his main armor at the end of the game. Literally, don't ever use anything on him. So, let's just have a quick... That's fine, that's fine. You've got a bright bangle now to use. You're fine. Still have no armor. You've got a confuse ward. Yeah, fire, ice, and light. So it takes half damage from all of those, which is pretty cool. And then we finally take the sphere out. The door disappears. Puzzle is done. And run and steal the sphere. Because I'm not going to walk back and put it in. You can joke it, aren't you?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Everyone's crazy because we did the trials better than they did.
Big musclehead man.
Yuna will be the one to suffer the consequences.
Understood.
What consequences?
She could be excommunicated.
Okay. Right. I don't remember how to do this one. Do that. Speak to Wakka.
What's in there anyway?
Do this.
The faith, remember?
I think that's it now.
Yeah.
This dialogue
Okay,
triggers the
right.
next movement on.
The Faith are people who gave their lives to battle sin.
Cool.
Yevon took their souls, willingly given from their still living bodies.
Huh?
Now they live forever, trapped in statues. But when a summoner beckons, the souls of the Faith emerge once again. That's what we call an Aeon.
All that in this room?
Yes.
So what's Yuna doing in there?
She prays with all her heart for a way to defeat sin.
Cool. And then I think we walk out and she turns up. I believe.
There was something
lovely.
I didn't tell anyone else that day. That song we heard there in the temple, I knew it from my childhood. It was proof that Spira and Xanarkin were connected. Somehow. At least to me it was. Maybe that's why suddenly I felt like I just wanted to go home. I tried to say something to tell them, but the words wouldn't come.
Yeah. Lovely. So now we have Ifrit. That's 2 Aeons down. Lovely. Not another trophy, unfortunately, but that's fine. We don't necessarily need to worry about that trophy right now. We should be hitting another trophy very, very soon, though, if I'm correct in thinking. Maybe not. I thought it was a trophy. Oh, I thought it was a trophy. Maybe not. Oh, it is a trophy. Striker, learn the eject shot. Yes, we'll learn the eject shot. That'll be the trophy. That will be
I thought I had put my feelings for Xanarkin behind me.
Do you know what the really funny thing is? Is like...
But they were there, and they grew inside me bigger and bigger.
Okay, like,
till
I
was
was
about
just looking at
ready
the
to burst.
percentage of people of achieving the trophies and stuff on here. And like 84.94% achieve find one Albed Primer. Now, okay, yes, like...
Are you okay?
Some of them are hard to find, but to go through the whole game not finding a single one...
What do you
Almost feels like you
want
have to do it intentionally.
To scream real loud?
But then that one you go, okay, yes, fine. If you're genuinely not going through to get them, it's not, and you genuinely can't see them, then fine, okay. But then 83.19% of people get the clear the Besaid Cloister of Trials, therefore meaning that just under 17% of people don't do that. Meaning that people, and you can't advance the story until you've done that. So I mean, people are getting to Besaid and giving up. There are people that are getting to Besaid Island and not doing the trials and giving up. Like, it's literally the first like 15 minutes of the game. I can't get my head around it. I really can't. But never mind, never mind. We're just going to blast our way through this. Yeah, no, and I can understand that. I do understand how people don't like the game. I mean, Danny has played the game and said she doesn't like it, but it is just like... To me, it just feels like, can you imagine buying a game, and, you know, at this point, buying a game for whatever money it was, you know, 20, 30, 40, 20, 30 pounds or something like that, whatever it is. I mean, it's still pretty expensive now, and it's, you know, what, nearly 25 years old. But buying the game for like 30 quid and playing it for less than like 15 minutes, less than 20 minutes, and not even getting, it's just, I find it just unbelievable. Like, people don't have to like the game. Like, just because I love the game, I'm not saying it has to be this game that is universally liked. But, have you got anything good? No, not really. But like, to literally give a game like 10 minutes and go, yeah, that's it, I'm done. It is just hard for me to believe that you spent that much money on a game and then going, nah, I'm done. Anyway, off to Luca at last.
The matches start soon as we get there, so rest up on the way, yeah?
Kilika Beasts jumping on the boat. Right. So, on to the second boat. Second of our boats that we've been on this time. And now we're going, even though it's the same boat, it's still a different boat, technically. But there you go. And why does it say Besaid, Kilika Port, and then Luca? Like, is it not just Kilika? Did we not leave from... Do you know what I mean? Like, did we not leave from Besaid Port and arrive in Luca Port? My rule for games is essentially £1 for each hour that I'm likely to play the game for. That's, to be fair, that I think is a good, like, if you buy a game, you go, okay, I'm going to play it for at least an hour of that sort of, you know, of what you've paid for it. That seems like quite a good rule, to be fair. I quite like that. You know, you pay £30 for a game, you go, I'm going to give it 30 hours and see what I feel. God, good job that wasn't Black Ops 4 for me. I would not have made that. I played Black Ops 4 for about 4 games. Probably about an hour, all inclusive. Right, little difficult to see, but there's a chest here. High potion. Going to head on out. But that's a good rule. I like that. That's quite a good rule. Dana is here. The Guardians are over there. Awaka is here. We can talk.
Ask a fortune for rags in Besaid and Kilika. Well...
Do they now?
Me business is in shambles. What's an Awaka to do, I ask ye?
I wonder what he's going to ask.
You mind spotting me some gil again, lad?
Spot him some gil. Right, so now, we've given him 4,500. So, that gives him 5,000. That gives him 10,000. That gives him
Make it up to you.
Let's just double check.
I'll make it up to you.
Len Gill. 10,001. There you go. So now we give him.
Yeah.
Has he got anything decent? Probably not. Come here. What do you have? Nothing. Wow. Right. So now we've still got 3,000 gil as well. Yeah, like I played Baldur's Gate for like 100+ hours right now. Nice. But then Remnant 2 I played for an hour and refunded the £59 I paid because I'm not going to play it that much while I have Baldur's Gate 3. That seems fair enough. That seems fair enough, you know. So yeah, on this boat you come into the engine room here, or the captain's room here, and there is another Al Bhed primer, and that is nope. Yep, we're still on track. We're still on track. Right, so let's have a quick move on the sphere grid because everybody's got levels to use up. So we'll just very quickly fly through this. I know I said I wasn't going to do it for every single level, but we're going to just move straight down. Okay. And then Kimahri's going to stay there because we haven't quite done what we need to do with them yet. Right, now I've got all of that. Actually, I'm going to wait till I've done all the talking first. Don't technically need to do the talking, I don't think, but no, I'm going the wrong way. Ah! I hate when cameras do that. Right, let's get rid of this.
What y'all talking about?
Now, one of these,
Who are you supposed to be?
there's a few different dialogues now which aren't important, but one of them triggers the ability to move on with the Jex shot.
You know, one of the Besaid
But I can't remember which one, so we're just going to do both.
about winning the cup.
Oh, right.
Plus, it's a bit of extra sort of background for you guys. Not that you need to listen to that.
But he is an idiot.
Does audio volume sound okay? Does everything sound level enough? Like, can you hear enough of the game? Can you hear enough of me? Am I too loud? Is the game too loud? How's things going? Because it sounds okay in my headphones, and then I record it, and it sounds awful. So, I'm hoping that it's all okay. Hoping that it all sounds all right.
As if anyone lived in those ruins.
It's not
His
ruins.
face looks
There's
really
a big
flat.
city there. There is.
Looks like he's run face first into a
got
wall.
too close to Sin and
There is a city, really.
It's perfectly fine in my headphones. Lovely. Lovely jubbly.
whatever your ladyship says.
So yes. That's good. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. So they're going to go off and do what they want to do. I never left audio. Ah, that's fine.
Wrong?
Provided it
You
sounds okay in
seemed
one of them.
kind of mad back there.
They were being
Is that you only
rude.
have one in, or you only have one headphone on, or you have literally
I do believe your
only
Xanarkand
one working?
exists.
I mean, one
really
AirPod.
do,
That's.
you know?
I wondered if you were like, okay, I have one AirPod in, or if it's like I literally have both in, but one doesn't work.
Sir Jecht used to always tell me stories. It'd be great to see your home someday.
I think it's this dialogue that triggers the ability to go forward, but we'll go and listen to what Wakka and Lula have to say as well, just because it's a bit of
Yuna, want to
bit of extra context of everything.
Right. Sure.
As if I had a place
As
to
if I
show
had a
it.
place to show it.
Anyway, right. So that's that, and then we run up here.
Well, say something. You'll take responsibility.
Relax. He's bound to know someone in Luca.
And if
Mhm.
not,
He could always join a blitz team.
It's just gonna abandon me in
It's better
Luca.
than just leaving him in Besaid.
what? Just leaving him in Luca?
What do you want me to do?
Yuna wants to make him a guardian.
Oh, yeah, jeez. There's that too, eh?
There is that too,
Whose
eh?
fault is that?
Not mine. It is mine, huh?
Then you can head back up
Why do you
and
think
hear a
she
few
wants to
different
make him a
things.
guardian anyway?
It's just this cutscene I remember you from watching.
All right. Wait, you sure about
Is
that?
it just this cutscene? I
He's
remember
really
from
Sir Jecht's
watching a
son.
Final Fantasy speedrun.
It's hard to say, but Yuna seems to believe so.
It is just this cutscene. Oh, okay, right, okay, I see.
Okay.
Because the game is so old and new speedrun techniques are still being found. Oh, I know somebody broke the game the other day, didn't they? Or say the other day, a few weeks ago. Someone found a new way on Mushroom Rock Road to break through the game wall in a cutscene and skip like all of Mushroom Rock Road. It's mad.
Why don't you tell him?
It is crazy how things have been changed.
Become Yuna's guardian.
I would love to speedrun this game. The issue with it is that I cannot afford, or I cannot.
What he was, what he did. Do you really
don't know how would you say it. Like
I
I can't. I haven't got the time to be able to give 9 hours, 10 hours to practice it consistently. You know, and that's the issue. I couldn't go. Oh, I'm just going to stream. Even if I said I was going to stream once a day, like once a week, and just do Final Fantasy X speedruns, that's still going to be 9, 10 hours worth, and that's if you do perfect runs. Do you know what I mean? Like if you make a mistake and you have to reset, it's just like, well, that's like 3 hours gone. Or if you die, that's like, you know, a couple of hours. It's just
sounds like a luxury to me.
Person who had the 0.104 chance of a speedrun technique with going to the ghostly area near Calmlands for no encounter. I know, yeah. Oh my god.
I was 5 then.
It's just, and things like that, they're just like unreal, like odds and stuff. Like, but like I would love to do a speedrun of some sort of game. If anyone's got any ideas of games that can, okay, they're finished now. Anyone's got any ideas of games that can be speedrun in a decent-ish time, you know, in like 2, 3, 4 hours that are good, entertaining to watch, and possible for me to do, then let me know. Well, I guess, actually, I've just realised, just save that, okay. I'm now not going back to do extra boat grinding off stream, guys, because I've just overtaken my save file again. So, we're not going back anymore. But we've saved just in case. Now, I haven't failed this in a long time. I even did this once when I had a broken hand, and I did it with one hand. So, admittedly I had a scuff controller and I was doing it. I had my back paddle as X, so I was able to, you know, do it like that. But I shouldn't fail this because I failed it the first time I ever tried it. And since then, and after the times through practicing and stuff, I haven't actually failed it for a long, long time. So I shouldn't. Which of course means that now is the perfect time for me to fail it. Do some of the Resident Evil games, I think they're semi-short. I have to have a look. I say, send me some examples. I always like the idea of speedrunning the old Pokemon games, the old like Fire Red and Leaf Green and stuff, because they're only about 3 hours-ish long. Speedrun.com/Pokemon. No, that's Red and Blue.
Well, trying to follow in my footsteps, are you? I usually charge for lessons, you know. That shot is done like this.
Fire Red and Leaf Green record is
You can't do it,
literally just over 2 hours.
But don't worry,
Resident Evil games are approximately 2 to 4 hours on average, probably. That's cool. So that Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, that's a 2-hour one. Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, 3 hours as a world record. Pokemon Scarlet, 5 hours, a bit much. But yeah, things like that would be cool to. I'd like to do that sort of thing. Right, anyway, Jex Shot. Right, so. Let's go. Now, if I fail this now after saying I shouldn't fail it, I'm going to be so embarrassed.
You can't do it. You're out of your league. You can't do it. No one else can. You're out of your league. Do it but that. No one else can do it.
Oh, actually, I don't know. Yes, we did it. Even that way. Oh, man. I remember when we raced Fire Red. Yeah, that was awesome. That was so much fun. I loved that.
The best. Yeah, right.
We could. Should we learn? Should I buy Pokemon Snap and get an any percent run on that? It's 22 minutes.
Doesn't have a name. Anyone can do it if they try.
Show us one more time, yeah?
But yeah, I say anything, and and obviously I want it to make sure it's entertaining for you guys as well. I don't want it to just be like, oh, play these games because they're fast and easy. Like, if it's stuff that people don't want to watch, then don't recommend it. Right, okay. So now we've got the eject shot, which is cool.
That was the eject shot, wasn't it?
Pokemon Yellow in an hour and 20 minutes.
How do you know that?
Diamond and Pearl is 58 minutes.
Sir Ject showed it to me when I was a child.
Nice.
He called it the Sublimely Magnificent Ject Shot Mark III.
Did he now?
Stupid name, huh? You know what? There is no Mark I or Mark II, you know? My old man said.
It says Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies there. I was like, what? But then it's just the Easter egg speedruns.
Every night, expecting to see Mark I and Mark II.
Valorant speedrun. How can you speedrun Valorant? Spike planting.
I used to get so mad.
What? It's like what, running into... Oh my god, running in and planting a spike. That sounds funny.
Is he alive, you think?
I don't know.
Guys, whilst you guys are watching this, I'm just looking at speedruns.
Sir Ject was my father's guardian.
So he's famous here, too?
Yes. So, if anything happened to him, I should think word would get around fast.
Uh-huh.
We should look at...
What would you do if you found him?
Who knows? I thought he died 10 years ago.
Get emulated for Super Mario 64 and do a 16-star run.
I'd probably just smack him one. After everything he put Mom and me through.
15 minutes for the
Because
record.
he was
Nice.
famous, I was always...
Nice.
Well, you should know, Yuna.
Hmm?
Your father's famous too. Everyone in Spira knows him, right?
Could do a Final Fantasy X-2 New Game Plus in 2 hours and
It is
50
hard
minutes.
to follow
There's only
in
3
his
people on the
footsteps
leaderboard.
As a summoner.
Sure.
That's pretty cool.
But the honor of having a father
Even at any
like
percentage,
him
3 hours and 41
surpasses
minutes.
all that, I think.
Well, there wasn't much to honor about my old man, that's for sure.
You shouldn't say that.
Apologies, my OBS crashed there, so apologies for that. You literally missed the end of a cutscene, that's all. But we're going to go into another cutscene now, so I'll be back in a second.
Recently attacked by Sin. Isn't that right, Jimmy?
Yes, Baba. They're going to be pulling out all the stops to try and bring back the cup this year.
Exciting, isn't it, folks? Our next team off the ramp is... Well. If it isn't the Besaid Aurochs. They're a living, breathing, statistical impossibility. I've never seen a team this bad. That's right, in 23 years, they've never made it past the first round. Only a few die-hard fans are in the audience today.
Best of luck to them and a safe journey back to Besaid.
Right, Jimmy? Moving right along, our next team is... Here they are, folks, our very own Luca Goers. They've got power, they've got speed, they've got teamwork. They're an all-round first-class team, and they're back home in Luca.
Without this year, Baba. And after the way they dominated last year, it'd take a miracle for them to lose today.
You can say that again, Jimma. Look at the crowd, folks. Look at the crowd. Looks like all of Luca is turned out to cheer the goers on. They know, I know, and you know, folks. The Luca goers are number one.
Yeah, it's like this every year, yeah? Don't let it bother you.
Stop right there, goers. You guys are smiling now, but not for long. 'Cause this year, us Aurochs are taking the cup.
What in Yevon's name were you doing up there?
We sure stood out, though. We were on the sphere. We were. Maester Micah is here.
Already?
The number 3 doc.
What's up now?
Maester Micah has arrived, that's what.
Micah? Maester?
Maester Micah is the leader of all the peoples of Spira. He's come all the way from Bavel. The tournament is being held to honor his 50 years as Maester.
50 years? Shouldn't he be, retired by now?
Hey, mind your mouth now.
Let's all go see him.
Yes, my stream did crash. My OBS crashed. Apologies for that, guys. As I said, you missed a little end of a cutscene, and that's it. But we are back. We're here. Right, do that. Nothing really of importance right now. Yeah, unfortunate, but luckily we didn't miss anything major in that sort of time, so it's all good. I'd have been upset if we missed like a trophy notification in that time. That would have been a real problem. Not gonna hide the camera for this one because it's not a major issue. To be fair, it's not really a big problem. This one. We'll just wait. Let it do its thing.
Guado, right?
Who could it be?
My stream crashed. My stream crashed a little while ago, so I had to restart the stream. But I was just getting to a point of saving and stopping effectively, but obviously just getting the stuff on the stream properly. Because we had what? Hold on. So we streamed for 2 hours and 12 minutes. So yeah, so we're just getting to it. So we're just going to do a little bit. So probably going to do about another 30 minutes or so. Just get it close to 3 hours, and then we're done. I say we just got to get a couple of little bits done. I'd like to, if I can, just try and get Luca done. It's not that long. That'd be cool, but we'll see how things go as we go. But I say the idea is another like 20-30 minutes, ideally.
Who departed for the far plain a fortnight past.
That's the hope. Hope everything's going okay down there.
He has been officially ordained a Maester of Yevon.
I am Seymour Guado. I am honored to receive the title of Maester. In life, my father Jiskel worked to foster friendship between man and Guado. I vow to carry on his legacy and to fulfill my duties as Maester to the best of my abilities.
You too.
Mr. Micah just go, Never heard that before. Never heard that before.
Really psychs you up, yeah? All right, last meeting before the match. How so?
Right. We won't worry about saving the game right now. Wonder, can we get any more? Is there any more?
Where's Waka?
Depending on how quick, if we're quick, we could potentially get into the trophy.
We
Get a
had to
Blitzball
play
match,
the Goers
trophy
in the
win.
first match last year.
The year before that, and the one before that, too.
Well, we would have lost to anyone anyway.
Captain Walker.
We're playing the Albed Sykes first.
Which is literally the
If we
worst game you
win,
could hope for.
We're in the finals. That's right. We got seeded. 2 wins, and we're the champions. First things first. Let's go over the basics again, boys.
We don't need no basics. I know what I'm doing. End tutorial. I don't think I've ever gone through any of that at all, to be fair. Really don't think I've ever gone through that. Right. So.
There you are. Someone said they saw Sir Orin in a cafe.
Orin?
Yes, Sir Orin. Let's go find him.
I'm trying to think. Can we get this done in? I'm sure to get this done fairly quickly, to be fair.
Hey! Hey! The game starts like real soon. You come back quick, yeah?
We'll be quick, Walker.
Hey,
Don't
I'll
you
be back.
worry.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Waka. You're stiff, man. No, not your face. Just breathe out. Relax.
Okay.
Just breathe. Yeah.
Oh, God, Walker. You're a funny character, is our Walker.
Maybe now we can find Sir Jecht.
Huh? How?
Sir Orin was also my father's guardian. So,
Right.
he might know where Sir Jecht is. Let's go now.
Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Oof.
It didn't even occur to me to think that the Orin Yuna was talking about and the one that I knew from Xanarkand could be 2 different people. I don't know why, but I knew it was the same guy. I knew it was the same Orin.
Right. A lady summoner. And I don't know what that says.
Hey! Albed Sykes, right? Some Albed saved me the other day, and this girl Riku gave me food, and you don't understand me, do you? Anyway.
And continues to talk to them.
Riku, tell her thanks for me. Oh, and as for the first game, may the best team win.
Yeah. Continues to realizes they can't understand and continues to talk to them. Makes sense. So there's a few things to pick up in Luca, which we will collect now. Again, none of it is particularly important. These do pretty decent blisters in the early game. Or wedges, anyway. Is it wedge? I think it's wedge is a decent one early game. So, just behind this guy is Albed Primet number 6. We can grab this chest as well for 2 high potions. Nobody else really gives us anything of any decent. I don't think anybody else gives us anything, to be fair. And I'm going to run around and collect everything first before we go off and find Yuna, because we can. Otherwise I'll forget later on. Awaka here.
The stores in the stadium are closed on the tournament.
Yeah.
But I'm always open for business.
He's always open for business. Now start selling weapons. Nothing particularly of any importance, but what we can do is sell some of our stuff that we don't want for little bits of... We don't really want a Dark Touch. She's never going to do that. We don't need a Water Strike because we get one later. That's, yeah, whatever. Yeah, literally anything we're not going to quickly, we just sell.
They don't even look at what they're buying. Gotta love Blitz.
Gotta love Blitz. Right, cool. So, chest here. I don't really know what's on what. I just know roughly where it is in my head. So, there's a couple of things on here. Tidal Spear, which for Kimahri gives him Water Strike, but we lose Sensor. So we'll keep the Sensor because we don't need Water Strike right now. Okay. There is a couple of little bits and pieces here. There's only one here, I think. 2 Phoenix Downs. Is there anything? I'm trying to think if there was stuff here. I can't remember. Nope. This is a very important dock in 10-2, but not so much in this one. Just gives us a couple of Phoenix Downs, which is good. That's 2 we haven't got to buy, but honestly, it's at the point where we need to buy loads of them. There's nothing on that dock. Apart from them 2 weird Guados. There is nothing on this dock? I thought there was. Okay. I thought there was on this dock. Never mind. We'll go and check the next one. There is one on the next one, I think. I think there's 2 on the next one. You have to go around the little back thing, don't you? Yes. Yes, we do. Right. So, is there anything on? Nothing on there. But yeah, so we head here. We grab a magic sphere, which is good, and an HP sphere, which is not so good because we don't use them. You can use HP spheres if you want to break the HP limit. I never do because I don't need to. It's not something that is necessary. You can work around needing a high hit point limit, so we don't need to worry too much about that. So let's head on through.
I'm sorry. Please let me through. Hey, let's go.
You're really famous.
Super famous.
I hope we don't get separated.
Yuna!
Huh? What was that?
In Zanarkand, we do this to cheer on Blitz players.
Excellent.
You try it too. Put your fingers in your mouth like this.
Like this?
Not like that. This. Then you just blow.
Cool. I used to have to do that. I can't do it anymore. Out of practice on that.
It's not working.
Practice.
Okay.
Hey, use that if we get separated. Then I'll come running, okay? Well, guess we should just stick together then, till you can do it.
Yes, sir.
Right, so... Oh, there is something down here, actually, while we think about it. So we head down here, and it's... I'd say these things you can collect any time. It's just, whilst I'm here doing it, I may as well. And... Is it in? Is it all the way in? So yeah, so this is where you have to go if you want to get the... what's it called? Let's have a look. What's it called? It is... Hold on. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. Theatre Enthusiast. You come here and you buy the spheres in here. But we're gonna come for Albert Primer number 7, which gives us the Albert Tipman. Cool. So now that's that done, let's head on to the cafe that Sir Auron was nearly seen at. Were they there before? The woman and the cameraman? They're on the other side. Not sure. Not sure. Never mind.
Whoa! This is a pretty big town.
Luca is the second largest city in Spira.
I thought every town was little. You know, like Besaid and Kilika.
So I wonder then,
Towns
what is the
don't
difference
usually
here?
get bigger than that. Because when a lot of people start to gather,
Because I'm just looking on the
Luca?
looking at all the PlayStation trophies, and it's
not
got here
any different, but the
that
stadium is here.
the number of platinum achievers is
Crusaders fight to protect it
26,611,
with all their strength.
but the number of 100% completed is 26,613. So apparently 2 more people have completed 100% than platinum. My
Spira's
question is,
a
what's the
little
difference?
short on fun these days.
What is the difference between 100%
Talk about pressure.
and platinum?
That's right. Is Xanarkand like this too?
Don't know what the difference
Well,
is.
there are more buildings, all tall ones.
Is there a trophy that you can get without
Oh,
the trophy that you don't need to get
they
for
must be so
platinum?
tall. Don't you ever get dizzy?
Don't know. Strange. Very, very strange.
Let's go find Sir Orin.
I'm really not sure about that one. It's really quite odd. So head in here. Yeah, just that confuses me. That does, because why would you have? Yeah, I thought 100% was platinum, but apparently there's more to it.
Orin's not here.
I don't know.
Why not talk, Kimari? Not see Yenke for 10 years. Say something. Kimari forget Yenke? Forget Biran?
Leave Kimari, Yankee. Kimari is small, Ranso. Kimari's so small, can't see Yankee and Biran's faces.
Kimari forget Ronso friends? We taught you much at time of Hornmold. Biran taught Kimari to be strong, Ronso.
Maybe taught too much.
Take him on.
Oh! Take it outside. The tournament's starting. You hear?
The game.
Today on this
Just looking at like a forum for like
players from all over Spira
people are like, oh, they've made like scripts for doing the lightning dodges and stuff. It's just like
contest of bravery, skill, and strength.
just do it. Like it's not that majorly difficult.
All of these fine teams
Very unusual. I don't know. It's annoying, but it's not difficult. Honestly, the hardest one is, in terms of that, is getting the perfect Chocobo race, the 0.0.0. You have to get less. You have to get better than perfect timing. That's the hardest one, I think. Or you know, of the 3 sort of celestial weapon hard challenges. You know, you've got the Chocobo race, you've got Kimari's butterfly quest, and you've got Lulu's lightning dodges. I don't think that the lightning dodges is that difficult, to be fair. It's not the hardest thing in the world to do. It's annoying and long, and you've got to concentrate megally on it. Like, I can guarantee that I'm going to be turning everything off when I come to do that, because it's so, like, you need to be focused on it and concentrating on it, but it's not hard. Same as Kimari's. Kimari's isn't difficult. You can get maps up. The Chocobo race, I think, is the hardest. It's up to a bit of RNG. It's up to, you have to have the perfect start, and then you have to have the birds go the right way, and then the Chocobo has to run the right way because it doesn't always respond to your presses properly, and it goes at different angles, and sometimes the birds hit you even though they don't hit you. That's, I think, the hardest one. But even then, still not impossible. I can't believe I'm going to have to do it again. That's the annoying bit. I'm going to have to do it again. I keep telling myself every time I do it, I'm not going to do it again because it rages me so much. But I guess we're going to go for it again. Gotta go do all these quests again. It's going to be a pain. But never mind. The things we do for platinum trophies. Excuse me. Right, Yuna is gone. Let's go and find her.
Where in Spira have you been? Huh? Yuna's been kidnapped by the Al Bhed Sykes. In exchange for her safe return, they want the Aurochs to lose.
What?
See now, they can't have been kidnapped by the Al Bhed Sykes because the Sykes are playing the game. They can have been kidnapped by other Al Bhed, but the Al Bhed Sykes themselves are actually playing a game right now.
No problem. They're telling the Aurochs to throw the game, as if they needed to. I mean, how good a team can they be?
Wakka said the same thing. He'll take care of the game.
The Al Bhed Sykes are really good. They're so difficult to play against.
The Al Bhed boat is in Dock 4. Let's go.
Al Bhed Sykes are really annoying to play against. I hate playing against the Al Bhed Sykes. Later on, not so much of an issue, but early on, oh my god, they're difficult. Right. Let's go! Wakka has nothing that we really want, so... Coming up close now, this boss fight coming up in a minute against the Obliterator is, excuse me guys, oof. It's quite an important fight for, I say important, it can really make or break your speedrun if you're doing a speedrun. Getting the right weapon comes from it is really, really quite important. And it really does help you out if you get the right one. If you get a Thunderball or a Thunder Sword for Tidus, or a Thunderball for Wakka, obviously, really, really helps you out later on. But because we're not doing a speedrun, we don't need to worry about that too much. We are not going to be worrying at all about that because we don't need it. We have time to spare. Oh my goodness. Yawning so much now all of a sudden. Oh my god. Okay, evenly split. Thunder on that one, and then Tidus can take out the other one. It's all sorted. Nice. 5,550 gil. Nice. If only we got another 5 gil off that, that would have been perfect. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. May as well do this. Get Lulu killing these faster. What's up with these guys? Well, I'll tell you what's up with these guys, but it doesn't really make a difference. I need to get Tidus to finish these off, to be fair, actually. If he finishes them off enough, I should be able to get him in overdrive, hopefully. Actually, I don't think I can. I don't think I can, actually, no. Yeah, no, I can't. Not going to be enough. Never mind. Never mind, a little bit wasted time there, but only a couple of minutes. It's not a problem. Well, not even a couple of minutes, just about a few seconds. Not an issue. So I was going to get Tidus on overdrive and then be able to overdrive in the fight to overkill, but we probably can't do that now. But it'll be fine. We'll make it up.
The Aurochs are keeping the score tied.
We'll make it up somewhere.
With some excellent defense, folks. Oh, he'll feel that one in the morning.
But the referee doesn't call the foul. Wakka's taking a real beating out there.
Huh. Still in there. He won't last. Wakka's always like that.
Ouch.
Let's go.
Right. Let's keep going. So we'll just hit the save sphere just for the health and mana regens. And then jump on the boat.
Let's go.
Okay. So, again, what could potentially be a difficult fight if you're not prepared, but actually is very, very simple and easy if you have a little look around.
Hey, we can use this crane.
So use the crane.
Come on, move.
It's not.
Probably out of power.
And when I first played this, I was like, oh, it's probably out of power. Okay, never mind. But actually, you can use thunder on it, and it sort of jiggles around a little bit. Come on, I was just going to defend. Haste on Lulu. So she can continually give this. So after 3 thunders, the crane seems to respond, and then after the 3rd thunder, it comes back to life, which is great for us, because then what we can do is, if we look here, this guy has 6,000 health. A lot of health, and he counterattacks everything. However, if we use the crane, claw machine it out, pull that bit off and drop it in the water, it takes 5,625 damage. And now it doesn't counterattack with anything. So we are going to... I'm going to see if Kimahri... If this shouldn't kill it. And then I'm going to see... Because what's that now? 129. I'm going to see if Kimahri's overdrive can kill it. I don't think it can, but we'll try. No, didn't. Never mind. Never mind. Sorted. Lovely. A Thunder Mamba. See, that was not what you'd want if you were doing a speedrun. You'd want it for your Tidus or Wakka.
I hope you hurt them.
A little. What is it?
There were these Al Bhed that saved my life when I first came to Spira. They took me on their ship. Even gave me food. I was kind of hoping that this was the same ship. But it's not. I wonder if they're all gone.
What happened?
Sin came up near us. I made it out okay, but I don't know what happened to their ship.
Was there anyone called Sid on that ship?
Interesting question.
I don't know. They were all speaking that Al Bhed language.
I see.
So who's Sid?
He's my uncle, but I've never actually met him.
Wait, so that means you're Al Bhed too, Yuna?
On my mother's side, yes. Sid is my mother's brother. He became distant after my mother married. But she told me to seek him out if I ever needed help.
You're worried he was...
Don't tell Wakka about Yuna's lineage. The thing about Wakka, he never had much love for the Al Bhed.
Whoa! I gotta tell Wakka.
I thought I told you not to tell Wakka.
The game!
Oh.
And we just randomly teleport back to Luca now, which is cool, I guess. But hey, it works.
Seconds left. The Aurochs are launching an all-out offensive.
And yeah, how this is even possible, I don't know, but there you go. It is, let's say, these Al Bhed Sykes, they're such a good team.
He shoots. Unbelievable! The Aurochs win the match 3-2.
We won!
Hey, we'll take it.
We did it! We're in the finals!
Not the most graceful win. If it was Chappu, he'd still be standing.
Hey, aren't you being just a little unfair?
Excuse me?
I know I could never take Chappu's place. You're the one who told Wakka that, right, Lulu? And I don't think Wakka would ever try to take Chappu's...
You don't want to finish that sentence.
It's probably not a good idea. Right, so that's that done. So we've saved Yuna, all is good with the world. Tito's got a level up, which is cool. Get his mana up, which does basically nothing for us, but never mind. Kimahri is still going to stay there until we get him some level 1 key spheres. What I'm going to do, guys... Is there a save sphere down here? I'm pretty sure there is, isn't there? I know there's one in the dressing room, but I think there's one down here. Oh, okay. I might have accidentally done this now.
Sure you all right, Captain? The game starts in a few minutes. You sure you okay?
We're playing the Gores, too.
Miss me?
Lady Yuna, are you okay?
All this because of me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
How can you let some Al Bhed kidnap you?
These things happen,
Let
Wakka.
it go, all right?
Don't go near Al Bhed anymore, okay? They're trouble.
Message received. Right, so can I sneak in here and just save? Yes. Right, so what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to save here, and we're going to carry on this next time. Apologies for the break halfway through. The stream just dropped out randomly, but hopefully that won't happen again. But, guys, thanks so much for watching, so much for tuning in. Hope you guys have all enjoyed. That is another step towards our Plat Trophy here on Final Fantasy X. Our first time of achieving that Plat Trophy. We're going to go for it. So, guys, that's going to be it for me for a few days now. I'm back at work as of tomorrow, so it's going to be a few days off from the streaming. But I'll try to get back some more when I get back off. So, until then, thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget, socials are all in the chat now. If you want to go and follow any of those, they're all sort of above my head if you need to sort of visually see them and want to go search me up. That's cool. Until next time, guys, thank you so much. Have fun, stay safe, and as always from me, take it easy.